What up, Twitch? We're live on a Monday night to do some Dungeons and Dragons. So, gotta adjust my camera. Such a noob when it comes to this setup. So, welcome. You found the PU2 channel. We do Dungeons and Dragons on Mondays, sometimes Tuesday nights. But every night, it's full of fun. And tonight, we're doing the Piece of 8 campaign, but we're doing another one-shot. So, stick around. It should be very fun. So, we're going to quick break, and then we'll be right with you. So, hang 10, and thanks for joining.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and
of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for.
Piece of 8.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
What up, Twitch? It's your boy PU2 Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Dungeons & Dragons on the Monday night. I got the PU2 Cru here, and we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons. We've got MK Spectre, we've got PS Zombie, we've got Climate Changer. We're going to be doing a little bit of a one-shot again. we've been doing a lot of these, and it's because we desire to give you good content, even when we're not able to all be together. We found the solution. We dive into doing another lore dump. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, is another lore dump into somebody else's backstory. And tonight, we will be going into Orthos' backstory, which we're very, very, very excited about. So, without further ado, I just want to remind everybody that I am PU2 Cru. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram,
Find me in the club.
Find me in the club. Party going up in my mind. So that is where that is whose I am. And this campaign we've been playing is kind of a homebrew inspired by the beloved anime One Piece. But this is called Piece of Eight, and we're going to be doing a one-shot side adjacent story to Orthos tonight. So that's the whole game plan. So I'm going to just kick it around the table first, do some check-ins with the PU2 Cru, and then we'll dive right into this sucker and get started. How we doing? We'll start with the player of choice tonight, Mr. MK Spectre, playing Orthos. Tell us a little about how you're doing tonight, MK.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Starting the new year off strong.
That's right. So we missed him 2 weeks ago, and so we explored into Gornick, which is Alex's character, last time, and so he's not able to join with us tonight, so we did a little switcheroonie. So we're glad to have MK back. MK, tell us a little bit about Orthos, the character you're playing for this campaign.
Orthos is a half-orc mercenary. He is from the island or village. It's just like an island village of Aurelia, in the sun quadrant of the islands. He's kind of bounced around through different mercenary groups for a while, just kind of chasing the money, chasing the adventure. And I think that's where our little side story comes in tonight.
Aren't we all just chasing the money and chasing the adventure in life?
Always.
You know? It's a good motto to have. Thank you, MK. We've also got PS Zombie. Him and Climate Changer have been busy. As soon as we got linked up tonight, generating a level 1 character, I feel like I'm always doing it to them. So, how you doing, PS Zombie?
I'm doing good. Hang on, I'm almost done with my artwork.
Nice.
And then I'll be 1,000% ready.
Nice.
Oh, as long as Roll20 doesn't reset on me.
You too can see this wild artwork as it comes through, folks. Down there at the bottom is our Discord. You can find the link to that here on our Twitch page. And you can see the wild memes and creations that are brewing back there as well. So,
definitely wild.
Definitely wild. So, PS Zombie, tell us the group what you typically play.
So I typically play Garza, who is a martial artist from the Dragon Turtle School. He's a monk, and he is very enthusiastic about mopping and about being a pirate.
That's right. And he has generated a level 1 character, which we will reveal later once we get kicked off with this story. PS Zombie, do you
Sounds
need to
good.
put that in? You need me to put that in, or are you able to drop that in on your character sheet?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
That's cool looking artwork, though. All right, going up to Climate Changer. Climate, how are you?
Doing fantastic.
That's
Can't,
awesome.
you know, a little sore, but doing great.
That's good.
You know, moved around a little more today than I normally do.
Get a little
Getting it done.
exercise.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I normally play Ichibi Harada, the ranger, who is from, I believe, the Cloud Isles. That's where we're going. And
yep. Floatlands.
and Cloudlands, and he's figuring out about himself and the world around him, and he is just very clueless, and has been also changed quite drastically from his original appearance. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. I know everybody's waiting.
I feel like we
Bated
keep
breath.
breaking the
Yeah.
fourth wall, because that is also applicable to life, of just being clueless and being chained. You know, like we're doing a lot. D&D's getting real tonight for us. You guys are dropping some good life things.
That's right. You want fake D&D? This is wrong.
This is
Yeah,
right.
this is real
This is
D&D, real
We
D&D
get
talk
gritty.
with PU2.
I'm PU2 Cru, your DM. I think I'm doing good. I'm a little shook still from. I had a very intense dream last night. I got to tell this story because it's very crazy. I had an intense dream that involved aliens and alien
Wow.
tech. And at one point in the dream, I got pierced by alien tech in my hand.
Ooh.
And I felt like I was infected in the dream. And I woke myself up, and I noticed there was a fresh cut on my hand that I had somehow
Dang.
cut myself in the
Dude.
night. I was freaking the freak out.
Let's be
So-
honest. It was probably your wife.
Yeah,
It happened to me
Yeah,
that's
too,
it.
man.
Knowing her act.
Were they the Greys? Is that
Probably.
what you saw too?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's real, man.
Wow. You guys are having issues over there.
See,
It's funny.
it's
You think it's
either
aliens, but
you
it's
know-
actually the Atlanteans coming out of your toilets.
That's it. That could be also it, yes. But it's crazy to me because I'm like, you're convinced when you wake up from a vivid dream like that it's reality. Like you're like, gosh, I just went through that. Like you're like, you get the the PTSD from the dream. But then you realize how crazy dreams are, how they're able to like narrate something abstract to what literally happened to you in your sleep. It's like, oh, you're injured in your hand. I'm going to sprinkle this in the dream this way. And I'm like, this is crazy. Both things freak me out. Getting pierced by an alien device or a dream manipulating my reality. Both freak me out. Either outcome
you're
is
like-
not good.
It's like a chicken egg scenario. You don't know if the
Just get into lucid
the
dreaming.
dream injured you or if you
Injured the dream.
injured yourself and that influenced the dream.
That's right.
It's impossible to know.
Yeah, we're all getting deep
Do you have a
thoughts
cat
here.
that you don't know about?
No. I feel like our dog would sniff that out in a minute. She's very
Yeah.
wants to always play with things, so she'd find it and want to play with it.
Play.
I did
Yeah.
have a pet spider at work. One of those little small spiders. You know what I'm talking about? Not like the little furry ones you see that are like super small. And he was like, he spent the day on top. I've got like next to my phone at work. This is way more detailed than you wanted. But next to my phone, I have the directory for people at the office, and it's one of those like stand-up plastic things you've seen. You know, like it's transparent, it stands up. And he was perched on top the whole day until students left for the day, and then he exited with them. Like the school bell rang for the students to go back over, and that was his cue to like go away. I was like, that was crazy because I didn't bother him. I was like, it's kind of cool, but yeah. So I've got a lot of weird things happening to me lately in this world, and I need it to make sense.
Just
and hopefully D&D
your
will
life's
do
haunted.
that. That's it.
D&D famously makes more sense than real life.
That's it. All that to say, let's get into some D&D.
Here we go. Yeah, my Roll20 was doing something weird, but it's good now.
Well, that's good.
It looks like Destiny Islands from Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to play the recap music. I'm going to recap kind of where we were in the story. And cue the music. Tamarian D. Kite, a wannabe pirate, has assembled a crew known as the Kite Pirates, in which you all are members of. You've made your way through various trials after coming together as a pirate crew with your NPC friend Hissy that you captured to come along for the ride. You ended up on your adventures on the island of Mispa, where you met a lot of locals and spent the night regaling tales with them in the tavern. You then retired at a local hostel and spent the night there. You woke up and you found that a prominent blacksmith in the village had been murdered. The town was turned upside down as people came out from their homes to investigate, and that's where you are now. We've recently explored some flashbacks that the different party members went through, and now we start to zero in on Orthos and wonder what his history has to tell in his story. So that is where you are now, and that's where we start our story tonight. So you guys were... Oh, I need to cut the music now. It's repeating. Okay. So you guys were basically trying to start... A murder has started on this island. You showed up. It first caused a flashback, triggered a trauma flashback for Garza. He went into his thing. We saw his backstory and his Eldorado transformation and what all that entailed. We zoomed out. We went over to Gornick. We flashed back to Gornick's days, back in Locksburg, the Scottish-inspired island with lots of locks and a Scottish gang that ran amok, and his desire to want to escape after finding out that the jobs were getting a little bit more heavy into human trafficking and did not want to be a part of that. So he escaped, but not without a few scrapes. R.I.P. Morida. Now we are back to the scene of the crime. You guys all rushed back. Gordick seems to kind of flush back to reality after really quickly having a sort of traumatic flashback. Pan over to Ichibi. Ichibi's kind of just looking around and seeing what's going on. We pan over to Orthos, who's now zoned into the body and in the blood coming out of the body of the murder victim of this blacksmith on the island of Mispa. And it starts to trigger your flashbacks. You start to drift off this island. You start to drift back into your past. You lose a grip on your present situation. And you start to think back to your time in your former life when you were on an island out in the Sun Islands. Now, you guys remember there are 4 quadrants to this world. There's the Cloud, Sun, Moon, and Star Islands. Just kind of different parts of the sea and the sea world that we all live in. And you drift off, Orthos, into your memories. Start thinking of your hometown of Aurelia and its beautiful, peaceful seas that surround a very sunny island called Aurelia. Cue switch over and cue music. I'm going to cue music first. Get ready to switch over. Okay, 15 seconds, can't go more, don't copyright strike. Welcome to Aurelia, everyone! The pirate paradise set inside of the Sun Islands, known for adventure, but most importantly, as a collective group of pirates that roam this lands. This is where Orthos is from, and that's where we will start our adventure. You all should be looking at it, right? You guys see a nice, pretty tropical island.
Yes.
Yes.
Blue.
I see blue skies. So welcome. Okay. We're going to start tonight's adventure in a tavern known as the... Hold on. I don't know what it's known as until I get to my notes. Known as the... Drowned Kraken. So, as I mentioned, this is a very paradise island, very sun skies a lot of adventure, a lot of pirates that roam this island. It's kind of a very
I'm
active
not comfortable
place.
with that.
And we start our adventure on at the Drowned Kraken. So, Orthos, pull your token onto the map. This is a map of your home island, and drag it over a building where the Drowned Kraken would be, or Drowned Kraken could be, the local tavern. A little bit about the Drowned Kraken. You know this to be the tavern that serves as sort of neutral ground for the pirate crews. This is the area where you can come in as a different pirate. These different pirate groups, while our enemies at sea and oftentimes enemies on the island, can be somewhat at peace here in this tavern. It's a little bit more of a neutral place. However, that's not to say there isn't a few brawl or two that could break out in this rowdy village. So, we got Orthos there. So, Orthos, you are at a table. We'll say by yourself for now. Having a good old sip of ale, just by yourself. I will say elsewhere in that tavern, you can determine if you kind of determine the different standings that you have with these characters. So you're over there drinking ale, just kind of taking in the sights. You all know that this island has lots of different pirate gurus, but usually, so in this world and everywhere we go in the world of Piece of Eight, you know that we have 100 pirate crews that are considered to be ranked pirate crews, right? So the point of this whole campaign is that you as a pirate group will eventually move up that list. You'll start from the bottom all the way to 1. Well, these pirate crews, the higher ranks are going to have a large amount of territory. But not to say that they don't mix sometimes with lower ranked pirates. So this particular island is home mostly to the Black Spot crew. Vigorous, cutthroat pirates that rule this island. There's a few other pirate crews as well. One member of that pirate crew is, I'm going to go ahead and say, PS Zombie. I'd like your character token to be pulled onto the board. And you're a member of considering to be a different pirate. So another thing about kind of the pirate setup is these big pirate crews sort of subcontract with other pirate crews to do their different jobs. So you are one of the subsidiaries, and you are in the tavern as well. Orthos, we talked about MK, that he's kind of a merc. So I would think he's kind of under one of these subsidiaries as well. So you guys are sort of crewmates. We'll go ahead and cut over to PS Zombie. PS Zombie, describe your character as he sits in the bar, and then we'll sort of determine y'all's relationship out of that description. So go ahead, PS Zombie.
Yeah, so I am playing Earl Lemon, and he is a halfling man with bright yellow hair and a giant round hat that's shaped like a lemon. And I imagine he would be screeching at the bartender trying to get the exact order he wanted, while being far too picky.
Nice.
Excuse me, barkeep! This isn't what I wanted! Don't make eye contact! Don't make voice contact! Just give me my drink! I said I wanted water with lemon!
Why am I thinking of the lemon guy from Adventure Time? I just see that when
because that's what it's based
on. Conditions!
These conditions! Unacceptable!
That's great. Alright, so you see Orthos, PS Zombie's character screaming at the bar about his drink orders. So you guys being crewmates, I'll let you kind of determine the relationship. So you see him scream at the bar. I would say, Orthos, your character, I would think, is a little bit more calmer, right? So the barkeep is kind of giving you the eye to settle your crewmate down. She's a very burly half orc, and she is trying to attend to a rather large order at a neighboring table, and does not have the time to deal with complaints. So she gives you kind of the eyes to go talk to your crewmate and calm him down.
All right. Orthos goes up to the bar next to him. Hey. Hold on now. Just give the lady a minute. She'll get your stuff. You had what? Lemonade? Is that what you ordered?
Water with lemon.
All right. We'll get it figured out. Just hold on a minute. It'll be all right, little man.
All right, fine. We're rich! I shout at her as I walk away.
Um,
Yeah.
She doesn't know how rich we are.
How popular do you think Orthos is, MK? Do you think you would know this character's name outright? Or care to introduce themselves at all?
With Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I think not necessarily popular, but he's new enough to the new pirate group that it's kind of made around that. I'm the new guy on the crew.
Gotcha. Okay, so you got, after you have this exchange, you sort of exchange pleasantries. And P.S. your character's name again is?
You can just call him Lemon. Earl Lemon.
Lemon, okay. So Lemon is introduced, you guys kind of talk back and forth. You realize this is Lemon. Lemon, you surmise that this is Orthos, and you guys kind of start to banter a little bit. Also, the time of day is a little later in the day, so you got a lot of people coming out from adventuring that are coming back in and getting a little rowdy. So starting to get in towards the evening hours, and with the local rush of people that come in, different pirate crews start to come through the tavern, and it starts to get pretty crowded. With that, you see Climate Changer's character enter the fray. Climate, I'll let you kind of see how you want to introduce your character or describe them to the group.
I'd like to think
Okay.
that this character may have already been in the bar.
Okay.
Um,
Well, how about this? The crowd sort of causes Orthos and Lemon to get pushed towards your location and kind of bump into you.
makes sense.
Okay.
All right. You hear a sound coming from a bookshelf behind you as you bump into a bookshelf, and you notice some eyes that kind of begin opening on the center bookshelf of the shelf that are underneath a pirate hat, and he looks at you and he says, "Arr! Watch where you're going." And one little rapier pops out of the side with a little like wooden hand holding it. I'm a making bookshelf. You heard that right. I don't like explaining it. So just deal with it. And then if you would like to pass the time with a nice read about pirates, I can be of service in that. And you notice there's also like a really big stretched like pirate scarf on the top of the bookshelf.
Like a bandana.
And a lot of like a bandana. Yeah, there we go. And a lot of pirate themed books. Virtually all of the books are pirate themed.
Nice.
On the bookshelf.
That's awesome.
Got any comic books?
No. Strictly hardcover books in this bookshelf. Thank you.
I do better with stuff with pictures.
Nice.
Let
we've
me paint a
established in
picture
the
for
campaign.
you there.
None of us can read.
That's right. World
I
of
forgot about
the
that.
pirate.
No one in our current party can read.
Crap.
The pirate world is very illiterate. Everybody's worried about skirting, not about
I
literacy.
run
room
into
for
this
it.
all the time. There's plenty of pirates that can't read. There's a few books with some pictures in here for you. I've got the Goonies, right down here, and it's on the bottom shelf. He kind of picks it out of himself with his other hand and hands it to you. Now you'll
Does
have to
that hurt?
return that.
Lemon's just gonna say, "We're incredibly rich, you know. I bought furniture 10 times your size."
Well, it's not about the size, little man. I think you should know that. And as he's handing the
Unacceptable.
as he's handing the
What does that
book
mean?
to them, do you guys take the book or?
Yeah.
Yeah, Orthos takes it. He flips through. It's like there are no pictures in here.
All right,
What should we do
so
with this?
the bookshelf is going to attempt to sleight of hand steal some coins from Orthos.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
but
a
I
tricky
can't roll for
bookshelf.
that. Right
You
now.
can't?
Having some technical difficulties. Might need a little help from the DM on that roll.
Sure. I could just do a raw luck. What it's you want to do it from your sheet, I guess.
I do have a sheet.
Is your sheet all set up?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a sleight of hand.
Sleight of shelf.
Sleight of shelf. Ha! Not very good sleight of shelf. It was a 7, buddy.
Okay.
7.
Well, let's just try to play that one off with a performance, maybe.
All right.
Uh,
It is.
No, yeah, just
14.
sometimes lose track of all these hands here. That's. I don't know if a 14 works, but
I'll say. I don't. I mean,
think so.
Yeah, Orthos, you're gonna have to be like, okay, you know. I mean, you are race-wise, you're an orc, right? So like, or half orc.
Half orc.
Right, so like this is child's play a little bit to you. So while you notice, but you don't get too offended because it's like a bookshelf, right? Like you're just kind of like whatever. So
Yeah.
that works every time. I'm just a bookshelf.
I'm just a
It's okay.
bookshelf, dude. Nothing wrong.
Just a bookshelf, man.
That's right.
After Lemon sees Orthos get a book, he goes, "Give me 2 books. I'm twice as smart."
Okay, I don't typically give out more than one book. I like to get my books back before I give out the other books. Can you read
have
that?
this
You
one
think
back.
you could read that real fast and, then give it back to me, Orthos?
You can go ahead and take it back. I don't want to make the little guy wait.
All right. Well, I'll take it back and give him a big book. I'm not going to give you 2 books. Okay, it's one too many.
"Oh yes, this one. Yes, I've already read it." And I give it back to you.
All right,
I've
so
read
he
every
tries to
book.
sleight of hand some gold from him when he puts the book back in. That's his whole thing,
Yeah, sure.
okay?
Okay.
I mean, if you got all this gold, lemon person,
Yeah, apparently you're rich.
Or just a huge liar.
I'd like to think we'll find out one way or the other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And you guys, after having this fun exchange, you notice the
Well, he was gonna sleight of hand me. I
It's
think
fine.
you
That's right.
you have to roll it.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, go for it.
23.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have 15 gold pieces if you'd like them.
He's not going to take all your gold. That'd be pretty
Okay.
messed up. You seem to be a fan of the classical arts of reading, which is very unusual in this part of the realm. So he's going to just take 1 gold coin from you, and you kind of see him. I guess you don't notice that it's yours, and you see 2 books, kind of the normal way a human would like bite a gold coin to see if it's legit. He kind of puts that between 2 books and kind of always gotta check out the gold. I'm always checking gold, and he puts it back in a secret panel.
I have hundreds of those.
I can see by you're a very wealthy person.
I only work for fun.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is a Macon Bookshelf.
I don't have
who's
to
your...
be here. You have to do this. I'm choosing to.
Okay.
Can we throw him overboard?
Hey man, you signed up for pirates, not not people with a vetting process. You know, they don't do background checks on these people.
Speaking of not doing background checks on these people, you guys notice that you're among a very crowded space at this point. Later in the evening, a lot of people in this place. Bar Winch is having a time. She's had to call in some extra workers to cover it, and it is so crowded. Standing room only. And it's rowdy, it's loud. But you notice that there's a very chilling silence that happens shortly thereafter as the doors swing open. And almost a sea of people is parted. It gives you clear line of sight to the front door. Coming in from the night, as it is now, the sun is now set, the moon is now up, a Kenku strolls in. So as you guys know in D&D, traditional D&D, Kenku is like a raven-looking monster, like a raven-looking anamorphic, what do you call it? Human-looking,
Anthropomorphic.
yeah, raven basically. And it's hooded. You can see the long raven beak protruding out of the hood. The hood is very tattered, a lot of holes, but it's long and drapey, so it covers most of the body of the Kenku. So you don't really see the wings or the feathers much, but you do see the protruding beak and the tuffles of feathers poking out that are at the base of the beak. And it does little clacking noises that seem to create such an air of eeriness in the bar. Everybody in the room is staring at this Kenku. And it starts to, as it's doing its clacks with every step, it starts to make its way across the bar. You guys are on sort of the far end of the bar. You've got pushed to the corner near the bookshelf. So you're at the corner of the bar, or the tavern. And everybody is staring. Go ahead and give me some perception checks real quick, and I can do yours, Climate, if your sheet is still acting up. Do you need me to do yours, Climate?
It's just all of roll 20. I don't understand. It like won't let me in.
I had to
20.
refresh it. It was like
Weird. Well, I did one for
was
you,
goofing up
Climate,
for me earlier.
and it was 10. So
all right, perception.
I'm making books.
Oh my gosh,
10.
natural one.
Okay.
I've like logged out, logged back in, open. I don't know.
Weird.
So is he speaking Kinkuanese?
Kinkonese. Do you know Kinkonese?
Well, awakened objects are granted one special language of the language of their creator, but that would be a far cry, a deep meta game for me to say.
You're not Odin. Odin would have made the ravens.
Yeah.
You could, but this doesn't sound like language to you. It just sounds like kind of clacking. So it might be a language, it might be a tick. You kind of can't tell. But I will say that Lemon is completely clueless what's going on. And Orthos, you don't really seem to care about this Kenku. You see it, but you're like, whatever. But a Macon bookshelf, you notice specifically that the room is sort of worried. You look at some pirates that look to be very gruff. There are some very tall pirates in this room. There are also half-orcs that are also like humans with really big, like some Goliaths. Like there's some really rough characters in this place. But they're all a little unnerved by the presence of this Kenku being here. And they're staring as it progresses, almost with worry. As the Kenku continues to clack and stuff across the bar, it seems to be across the tavern, it seems to be so still. And people move out of its way kind of eyeballing it up and down as it moves its way to you all. And it starts to make its way to your corner of the room. People part and part. They kind of look up and down at the Kenko and sort of slowly slide by it as it clearly doesn't want to engage with them. It's moving towards you all. And it makes its way towards Orthos. Orthos of Arulia! Orthos of Arulia! You have been marked for treason, stealing from the treasure vaults of the Black Spot Cru. And then you see he reaches out to you, and finally you see his wing, his sort of winged hand coming out of the robe. And he has in his hand a crunched up piece of parchment that he reaches out to you. And do you grab it, or he kind of is going for your hand?
Yeah, I'll reach out and take it.
Okay, so you get it. As you reach out to beat his hand, his winged hand, he smacks it in your hand and sort of pushes and unfurls it in your hand, and almost like bears it into your hand, right? So like he's got it crunched, goes to your hand, he uses his hand to push it down and unfurl it so you can fully see what's on the piece of paper, and see what he's given you. You look down and you see a small square piece of parchment with a dark obsidian black spot. And he says, "Billy Bones sends his regards!" And the whole time cackling while leaving the bar. Just cackling over and over as he leaves the bar. Once you get that piece of paper, you notice that it's the Black Spot. You all know this, that the Black Spot Cru will mark people that are deserving of death with a delivery of the Black Spot. You've been delivered the Black Spot, the mark of death, for, according to this Kenko creature, accusations that you took from the hidden vault on this island, and which contains some ancient treasure. So, as the cackling Kenku wakes away, people start freaking the freak out. They's like, "Orthos of Arulia's got the Black Spot! The Black Spot! He's got the..." And they start to get in a frenzy as people sort of mad dash to you. "We have to get rid of him before curses come upon us!" And they start to straight up go after you. Now the problem is, because this place is so crowded, that there's not a clear line of sight on you because everybody's converging to your point. So it just turns into a mob. So now we have a tavern mob devolving on our hands as people crash into each other. "Hey, get out of my bloody way!" And they're knocking off people, and then the bar wench is like, "Stop breaking my balls!" And it is just all sorts of chaotic stuff going on right now, as we now have a brawl engaged. Some people break off and start doing punches. Other people start throwing ale at each other. Others starts to try to run. It's just all sorts of manner of responses and chaos as people try to go after your group. Awakened Bookshelf and Lemon, you guys know that often when the Black Spot is delivered to somebody, it marks them to death, but it has sort of a cursing effect to anybody that is affiliated near that person. So you almost feel that you've been roped in now to this because of the Black Spot. Now you guys,
we curse.
That's right. You guys know that the Black Spot marks you of death, and so you've got to do something to clear your name, or you will have every pirate on this island trying to kill you to appease the dreaded captain of the Black Spot crew, who is ultimately the authoritarian of this island, and he is going to make sure that the pirate code and the Black Spot is in fact followed to a T. And you all know him to be very cutthroat and a vicious leader. The Black Spot's crew are pretty highly ranked. They're within the top 5 pirate crews of the world, and they're led by the ruthless Captain Long John Silver as he leads his pirate crew. So he is pretty ruthless. You also know that he is not currently on the island. Just by nature of living here, you would have known that. So you still got to contend with all these other pirates as they want to turn you into his proxy, General Arrow, who is his proxy for the Black Spot crew. So, you, Orthos, would know for this scenario that you did not do anything from the Hidden Vault. You are in fact innocent, but you've got now an accusation you've got to clear. So in your mind's eye, you know that you need to get to the Hidden Vault, which is in the mountains of this here picture, of a cursed vault for a cursed artifact. And if you can present it to a high-ranking official in the Black Spot crew, you figure that will be enough. All this is going on in your head as you're thinking a mile a minute on how to get out this. You're pretty freaked out by the Black Spot. It's got a lot of lore, a lot of negative connotation with it, so you're a little frantic about it. Obviously, Awakened Bookshelf and Lemon, you feel terrible that you've been roped into this, but people have now seen you with Orthos before this bar broke out, so you are now roped in. So,
I don't know if it's so bad. I like a good bar brawl. That's the best way to get to know a new place.
right at that same moment, a glass of ale just like pegs the wall right next to you.
Time to go.
So, you guys have 60 feet from the front door. So, to get out of this, I've got some mechanics. So, first and foremost, we're going to do an initiative counter to... Hang on one second, let me get the turn order up. To get out of this bar. Because, Orthos, you know that you got to get out of this bar. So, let me get that up first.
Gotta go.
But while I get that up, do you think you try to coordinate or say anything to your compatriots that are near you or about this Black Spot? Or do you have any questions yourself as a player?
Now I guess the Black Spot's pretty self-explanatory. It's very well known, so I guess we just need to get out as quickly and as unnoticed as possible. Because if they all come to their senses and realize that we're right here, it's going to be a bloodbath.
All right. My very existence is cursed, so this isn't that big of a deal to me. I'll stick with you. You guys want me to, block the way through this crowd?
I don't know.
You have 60 feet between you and the front door. You surmise that there might be some exits you could try. You also surmise that there is definitely I wouldn't say definitely. Actually, let's just do perception checks of what you see to be your exits from this facility. We'll do that. I'm going to do yours, Climate. Climate has a 12. Lemon has an 8. Lemon, you just see the front door. Orthos, you see the front door. Awakened Bookshelf, you know that there is another exit through the kitchen. You could hop the bar and go through the kitchen as a secondary exit. So you alone retain that information to use as you see fit. Who's got the higher dex between Lemon and Orthos?
I've got 16.
Definitely not me.
I've only got 13.
Okay. So Lemon, it is your first time. First time. Again, you've got 60 feet. I will say a mechanic I'm going to introduce to draw out the sort of randomness of the bar, as that will be triggered upon your movement. So if you move throughout the bar, I've got a roll table of something that will occur nearby you or may impact you. It's a D12 roll table.
So I think what I'm gonna start trying to do is, because I am a halfling and so small, I can do halfling nimbleness, which just means move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than me.
Oh, that's pretty much
To start like diving through people's legs and stuff. Pardon?
I said that's pretty much everybody in the bar.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start diving through people's legs and stuff, trying to make my way towards the only exit I saw, which is the front door. And so I'm gonna try to weave through the crowd that way, I think.
Okay. Are you? So it's 60 feet. So are you going? Are you going? What's your travel distance you're targeting? Are you going to do a full dash? You're going to do 30? And
yeah. So my movement speed is 25 because I'm smaller.
Oh.
So I'll probably dash and try to head 50 feet towards the door.
Okay. 10 from the exit. So I don't have a marker
and weave
for that.
As much as I can.
I don't have a marker for that, so you just have to note that somewhere. Okay, so you.
And as I kind of like pass through legs, I'm kind of like, excuse me, he's not special. I have black spots too. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I wonder who he's talking about.
I got black spots. Thank you.
Black spot.
Excuse me. I had to throw some away. I had too many. Excuse me.
Hey, I think he cheated me at cards. Some guys that you pass under at one point recognize you and think you cheated them at cards at one point. So now you've got some rival pirates that you went into the legs of that have now turned around to corner you as you're 10 feet away. They will act on the next turn. So you basically got surprise on them, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So that is Mr. Lemon's turn. We'll go to Orthos.
Okay. So he sees Lemon start to kind of sneak away. I'm like, yeah, I guess I can't get on my hands and knees and crawl away. So he's going to start trying to follow Lemon.
Okay.
But also, I don't know how much this will come into play, because of his mercenary background, he is aware of, the reputations and the names and the leaders of the different mercenary groups, pirate groups. So I'm wondering if I could hit them against each other. What if I can be like, hey, I saw so and so over here, and they were talking trash.
So you'll just need to do some sort of roll. So if you're causing a deception, hey, he's talking bad about you or something like that, you could do a disadvantage. The only problem is you are the black spot, so everybody's keenly aware of who you are. So you could do that. It's just going to be a disadvantage.
I guess then my best bet would be just try to sneak through, which I guess that would probably be with a stealth check.
Mm-hmm. You could use your movement to move through, but just like Garza, you're going to have some randomness that will be generated from this.
Right.
Are we headed towards the bar?
You're headed past.
I headed towards the front door because I didn't see the bar exit.
Okay.
So you all had to
Yeah,
So
I'm following
Garza
towards the front
passed.
door as well.
Garza went to the front door past the bar. So you guys were on the other side of it. So you went. So that's how you saw Bookshelf the way out, because you could see the bar from your location. So to go to the front door, you'd have to pass the bar and go out. But you saw an exit over the bar and out.
Okay. I feel like I might have told him that, but
Okay. Do you want to? We can retcon that.
I can do it on my turn, I guess.
Okay.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, that's probably more fair. So, Orthos, do you want to push your way and just use your movement to go through? Like I said, you can do a dash action, which doubles your movement basically as your action. I think your speed's probably 30, so you could clear the tavern in a mad dash if you wanted to. And you're big enough, I think you could push your way through like a running back or something.
Oh yeah, I'd create a wave.
Or we could sneak through, whatever you want.
No, let's go ahead. Let's go full brunt.
Okay.
We'll do a dash.
Let's see. I'll do a roll for you. 7. So you also have somebody that accuses you of cheating cards. And now 6 pirates. You sort of push past them. And there are now 6 pirates that have all now linked up together. So the 3 that accused Lemon of cheating, they all kind of they're not blocking his exit, but they're next to him. And now 3 more saw you escape and have sort of linked up. So now these 6 pirates are kind of all hanging together and will act together as we get through the next round. And they're all...
Hey, Bookshelf. If you're lucky enough, while they're focused on the others, you might be able to steal some coins from them.
There you go.
Okay.
So that is your turn. So you're now out of the bar, though. You've kind of mad dashed your way out. So you're out in the front. Nice work. And it is
it Bookshelf?
It is the Bookshelf.
Okay. Awakened Bookshelf is gonna excuse me, Amaken is gonna attempt to stealth his way out at a speed of 30. So he's gonna slide against the wall towards the door. And that is his strategy, possibly collecting some coins along the way. And you might be hearing a slight jingle jangle as he moves forward, as his secret compartment has been heavily used in this particular bar.
I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage roll, so I'm just going to let it be a straight roll, because it's like a bookshelf moving is very obvious, but also it's a piece of furniture against a wall, which is not. So
Are they really looking
in the
at
midst of the
just
chaos?
Yeah.
They might not
Stop
notice
breaking.
the
Yeah.
furniture, He is an expert in stealth for some reason.
Nice.
All right, let's see.
So-
Stealth. 15.
Ooh.
I would say you stealthily navigate 30 feet into the bar. But I will still do a D12 roll to introduce some randomness. And that is a 4. The floor is slick with slippy ale. So you need to do a dexterity acrobatics check to avoid falling prone.
Oh,
Let's see.
no.
Can you
I'm
even get up if you're prone?
So bad at dex.
And you got a 7,
Oh,
so
no.
you fall prone. So cool, stealthy, but then you hit some ale and you comically...
My books! My books!
Oh no.
You comically do the my books, and fall down. Very good.
Quick, release the secret compartment. And it shoots gold all over the place, and
That's it.
I don't know.
Pocket sand.
Yeah.
All right. It is Lemon's
just like-
turn.
Like a slot machine, he starts just like spewing, ding, 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 spewing coins. Or like
I mean, there's a good chance I could
Sonic the
crush
Hedgehog,
somebody.
they just come flying out of him like.
Okay, I guess I'm prone now.
Yeah, you're prone.
My little arms.
Were you
I'm gonna push up my way out.
Were you headed to the front door, or were you headed? Where were you headed?
Yeah, I was headed to the front door. Not
Okay.
real good at jumping over things.
That's
So,
fair.
like bars.
That's fair. You are 30 feet from the door, sir, and that is your turn. And we go to Earl Lemon. It is your turn now. You got 6 pirates that are within striking distance of you.
Well, I'm gonna look at them and say, I never cheat at cards because I always win anyways. But lucky for you, I'm feeling generous. And I'm gonna turn my back and act like I'm pulling something out of my clothes, but really I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Ooh, very nice.
And hang on. Yeah, there you go. And I'm gonna make an illusion of a small box that's like quite full of gold coins that has a little note on top that says, "This is a small fraction of my money." And then and then I'm gonna try to, and I'll go, "It's all yours," and sprint towards the door.
Did they?
Yeah, we've just added to the chaos like a lot.
I say they fall for that pretty easily. So, yeah, it's looking like they fall for that pretty easily. Okay, sounds good, Earl Lemon. Your little minor illusion works. You use your rest of your movement.
Yeah,
to
so they
escape.
if they try to interact with it, it's, you know, their hand goes right through it. Or if they try to examine it, they can tell that it's an illusion. But hopefully, I'll be long gone by the time that happens.
Nice. All right, Orthos. You're outside the bar. You are not currently in any immediate danger, but you have a choice. You just see Earl Lemon emerge out of the bar. No book
Big Earl.
and no bookshelf. So what do you do on your turn?
His name is a Macon.
I'm making
Thank you
your
very
bookshelf. That's right.
I'm not just an inanimate object.
Well, you are now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I still have the black mark paper, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
Do you think I could? I mean, how superstitious are these pirates?
Very.
If you see where I'm going with this, we can't leave a Macon behind. So I guess I hold it out in front of me and like run after the pirates that were following to get them to disperse, to run away.
So you are out of the bar. All of the activity is in the bar. So you're out of the tavern,
Yeah.
and all the activity is
Yeah.
in the tavern, and you just see a panicked Lemon show up, bust through the kind of like Western style doors of the tavern.
Yeah, and the moment I do, I go, I got here first. I've been waiting for you.
I mean, got to go back because that bookshelf's not getting back up. But so it's
Well,
falling.
you
and it can't get up.
don't know it's fallen. You exited the
Oh,
tavern before. Ain't that right, Doc?
Just leave me.
I mean, I could
Just
say
like
bookshelves down.
everybody else
Bookshelf's
has.
down. Bookshelf's down. Well, I guess we can't go anywhere though because we're waiting on our third member.
Oh, he's on the floor.
I mean, yeah. If you guys want to wait out there, I'll come by eventually. I can get him out. I mean, what's the likelihood of everybody thinking that I'm anything other than just a bookshelf that fell on the floor? You know, like
Might be the gold coins falling out of it. All the many bookshelves that have a secret compartment full of gold coins.
That's it.
Well, they don't
Yeah.
know that unless they examine him.
Well, that's fair.
yeah, there's just gold on the floor. you
These
know.
guys can't read, so they're not doing much else.
If anything, the gold on the floor makes more of a frenzy. You know, like it has enhanced the craziness that is in the bar now because there's free money on the floor.
But I guess we have to wait on them making.
Okay. You could hide. You could
Shiver me timber.
hold an action until somebody
Yeah.
appears out of the doors of the bar, or doors of the tavern, I should say. If you want to do
Let's
that.
try and hide.
Okay.
Let's just try to hide. I guess like behind some barrels or something.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Lemon is hideless, so it would have to do it on his turn because he's out. Well, no,
Right.
yeah, because he's out of action. So, but
Well,
you
we can say that's the plan currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and give a stealth roll? And then
Yeah, we'll see how
that'll
bad this is.
that'll kind of help Lemon know if he needs to hide with you or separately. Okay, perfect. Even in heavy
Oh,
armor,
definitely.
wow.
What's up, buddy?
I'll say with that good of a roll, you could pull Lemon into your hiding spot if you wanted.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You hide in such a way
Nice.
that it also obscures Lemon. Okay. So then we go to the making bookshelf on the floor of the bar, laying prone, 30 feet away from the exit.
So I'd like to think this guy has some kind of like arcanic, telekinetic like ability to like for his own self to like pull himself back together. Like if his books fall out, he can pull them back in. You know, instead of. So I don't know. You tell me if I have to make a check to
I'd like to
stand
think
up.
that,
No, I'll
like
say
in Robot Wars, he's got like one of those flippers that just like like launches him
Okay.
back onto his feet if he falls over.
Yeah. So he stands
Be right.
back up, just slowly. And I guess they use half my movement, so I've got. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep heading towards the door. No stealth check though.
Just
Can't
moving.
do that.
Okay.
Just moving.
So you move.
I guess still keeping against the wall, but
Do you want to do any action along with that movement? So you move 15. What's your speed? Because couldn't you theoretically dash your way out still? Even if you're
True.
prone?
I'll think of it. Yeah, he's gonna dash his little nubs on the bottom of the bookshelf. Pick up speed, and he goes out
Okay.
the front. He's got to go through sideways. He's too wide to go through, so he's got to go through sideways.
There you go. Well, then I'm going to do a d12 for randomness as you're still in the. Oh, man. I'm sorry.
He's like, I need speed, and he puts like those little plastic sliders under each of his legs so that he can just go a little faster.
We're just in a very open-minded society. If everybody's like cool with this bookshelf crawling around.
Well, they're all trading blows, so they probably think each other is like shoving it slightly each time. Like,
Yeah.
There is a separate brawl that is broken out near where you escaped. And
That's right.
this guy's super drunk, this pirate.
Spilling out of the
And he goes,
tavern.
"How dare you!" Pulls out a blunderbuss and shoots at you instead
I
of.
knew
man.
I would offend somebody.
It's like these two are like facing each other, but he's like so drunk he just like way off to the wall where you are shoots because he's like completely be out of his mind. So I'm gonna do an attack roll, and it's gonna be a D20 plus 4 to hit. So that'd be 12 plus 4. So that's 16. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
All right, it's gonna be a D6 plus 2. So that's
I don't
8.
really know my armor class. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, really?
Anything.
It's probably not higher than 16 at level 1,
8.
though, right?
Okay, well, probably not. No.
I mean, wood is below armor class.
So it just blows out a huge chunk of the center of my bookshelf. There's just a giant hole, and a lot of book paper goes everywhere.
So you see, like running out of the bar. I'm just envisioning like the Chester drawers in Beauty and the Beast, as it's like trying to run out, and it's just got a gaping firearm wound as it's wandering out, and you guys in hiding, Lemon and Orthos, see him emerge, but you are out making bookshelf. You were scathed, but you were not out. So that was 8, right? Did I say 8?
8, yeah.
Okay, so you are holding it together a little bit, but okay.
Not very well. This bookshelf is looking bad.
Yeah.
The shelves are off there. They're off skewed. You know, it's just bad.
Okay, so everybody's out of the tavern, but the ruckus in the tavern. You start seeing the doors like start to the ruckus getting very close to the doors. So next set after this round, people will start spilling out into the streets that are all fighting in the tavern. So it is your turn, Lemon. You are in hiding with Orthos. You see a naked bookshelf wander out with a gaping wound. And sweating as it's been traveling very fast.
There's like trails of smoke.
Yeah.
It's like sweating. I'm guessing just like varnish, like
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I guess. When I see him, I'll point at him and go, "Look, I got him out. Let's go." And well, actually, are we gonna keep trying to hide here until everyone leaves, or are we gonna try to get out of here?
I'll say that your
Everybody get out of
movement
here.
from this point out will like send you to a different area of the island. So if you want to use an action and then your movement, you will now, I will say, like go to a different area of the island and be out of this situation.
So yeah, I reckon we're trying to get out of here. So I'll probably, I don't know. Do you feel like we would know kind of some place in this town that we could, form up and reevaluate what we're doing next? Like, is there a hideout, or is there like a just
library?
something that we might head towards?
You guys could find a library.
Probably not.
A library, that's funny. You all can find places that are calming down places. Like, you can find a place till the heat comes down. That's not a problem. Only Orthos knows where that vault is that he's being accused he stole from. So, Orthos, you are trying to get to the mountain. You're trying to get inside the mountain of this island to the vault to find that artifact, clear your name. The rest of y'all, you know various spots throughout this town. You know this town very intimately, this village. So you could easily find a spot to lay low. That's not an issue. But Orthos is the only one that knows the next destination to clear his name and yours by affiliation.
So we need to move north towards the mountains, but we can hole up somewhere on the way and kind of strategize, do some woodworking.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start heading north then, and probably just look to Orthos for cues on what to do next.
Okay. Do you want to use your action in this
Wait.
moment? I said you can use movement speed.
Yeah, I might use it to dash because I've got less movement anyway, so I'll just
Okay.
start sprinting northward.
Sounds good. Orthos. You can use your movement to go towards the mountain, and you also get an action you can use along the way.
Yeah, let's dash. We got to get going.
Okay.
Do I need to pick up the bookshelf?
I don't know. I mean, it's your choice.
I can dash. I can dash too. Miss my books. But they'll come back. This has happened before, believe it or not.
They
All right.
grow
Oh
back?
God!
They grow back.
Do we have a hideout anywhere?
Yeah, you can find a spot to lay low. There's a hotel that is currently changing management, and your friend kind of ran an illegal business out of there, and so you can lay low there if you want to. It's not kind of an abandoned building at this point in the switching of management, and it's on the north side of town, facing the mountain. So you guys head there.
So, like,
Yes.
Okay, and you lay low. This is a good time to do probably a short rest. I won't say you have time for a long rest because as you escape, you hear the noise of the tavern spill out in the streets, and people are rowdy and woken up, and the news of the black spot is starting to travel pretty fast. So you probably want to keep moving. So, but you are here now. And I'm going to keep you in initiative order
There were some
for
questions
now. Go ahead.
about how I heal. They're very important questions.
Hmm.
I'd like to think that parts of myself just phase back in from another plane and just sort of ghost in, and appear.
okay.
Do you want to
Really fleshing this character out.
Do you want to hit die ghost in?
For sure. That's let's roll some hit die. See if I can gain some HP back. At least the back panel. Come on, so
10.
somebody can hide behind me.
Full heal off of one hit
Oh.
die. Well done, sir.
I like this place.
Feels good.
Wow.
That's great.
That's what putting all your points in Constitution does for you,
That's right.
I guess.
So you guys spend a minute of a short rest. You kind of catch your breath. You kind of do what you need to do, and then Orthos, you feel a need to get moving. So you've got a kind of a clear line of sight to where you need to go up the mountain, and you know that this vault, from being around as a merc, you've had to move treasure. You know where things are. You've kind of learned these route of these mountains more so than others. Lemon and making bookshelf really don't know this terrain. This is kind of something that you've just learned from your mercenary days and working alongside contracting with the Black Spot crew. So the vault that you're being accused from is on the northernmost mountain, and so you start making your way there and leading the crew along. You all make your way out. It's unusually cold on this part of the island, which is unnatural for this time of year, but it kind of sets the tone for your mission. Orthos, these vaults scare a lot of pirates. There's a lot of superstition that swirls around them. The one that you're going to is supposed to house a cursed artifact. So you know that it's a very cursed item. Lemon and I'm making the bookshelf. You are constantly hearing and inundated with tales, eerie tales of the vaults of the treasure that is stored in them, and the curses that surround them, and the spirits that seem to haunt the vaults at these caches of treasure because of deception of other pirates and bloodshed and greed that has just caused this area to be very eerie and said to be very cursed. So you make your way to the vault. It's a pretty nondescript entrance. It's kind of like you're going into a cave. You start going into this cave, and you come upon a threshold as the cave sort of transforms into it doesn't transform, but it transitions into a doorway. So as you're traveling into the cave, you notice that you now have like an actual threshold of a door. You've got these like stones that are erected to make a doorway with etchings on them. And you sort of stop there because you realize that this is the entrance of a vault. The door, there is no vault door. It is just this door outcropping, and it's got a lot of like runes and strange markings, and it's got some text ascribed onto that is very visible, readable at the top of the doorway. And it says it reveals the location. So this hidden vault, you all know this to be Dead Man's Heart. That's the name of the cursed item. For you, Orthos. The other two, Lemon, Bookshelf, you had no idea. But Orthos, you know that this is the vault. This is Dead Man's Heart. And it's inscribed at the top of the threshold of this stone-made, man-made threshold to the vault. And there seems to be an eerie wind blowing out of the vault, but you can kind of see through the doorway, and it's kind of darker in there, but you see kind of a stair steps down into the vault. So does that make sense? It's almost like you're entering a tomb or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But also, Orthos has dark vision, so he's okay. Solid.
Nice.
So I've been here lots of times before. I say as I like very tenderly approach in a very timid manner. I already took this once and put it back because I didn't need it.
Yeah. A Megan pulls out a book, flips through it. He's looking through it. Oh, this looks like this looks like the Cursed Heart tombs. It's right here in my pirate books because I have all of the pirate books.
Every pirate book.
The pictures?
Yeah, he holds it out for you, and there's just a bunch of words. No pictures on this one. But you can keep it for a little while.
Good.
Okay. All right.
He's like, they're trying to break canon by teaching me to read, but it's never going to happen. We've established
don't you dare.
that after this, I cannot read.
I hope a Macon dies, and his dying wish is that Orthos learns to read, and he gives him a book as he's dying, and that's what I hope happens in this.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
All right, so we descend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
the doors open, let's do it.
guys descend. It's a pretty nice stone staircase down. You see kind of above you is just natural cave roots and stalactites and stalagmites line the walls as you extend down. And you arrive to just a bricked stone floor. It's just a narrow hallway. You notice that there is, at the start of this narrow hallway is another sort of doorway. So it kind of, you enter into you're now kind of at the foyer of this doorway. Above you, you can read on the doorway. It says the following words. If you're illiterate, you don't know that, so you're gonna have to self-police on this. But the word, the words say, "Take the treasure, follow the pirate's code, honor the sea, not greed." Take the treasure, follow the code, pirate's code, honor the sea, not greed. And then you notice that in front of you, that there is a grid of stones. It is 6 by 3. So you've got 3 rows, 3 columns of 6. That's how many stepping stones there is in this hallway till you get to the next threshold, to the next room. So I'm kind of setting up like a little chamber for you that's... let me show you real quick what I've drawn. It's kind of like, 3 rows of 6. Right? So on the ground, there's nothing else in this room except, it's just natural cave around, except the floor of this chamber is got 3 rows of 6 deep stepping stones. Each stepping stone has a symbol on it.
Wow, this is a simple puzzle. As long as you can read that inscription up there, I think you should be good. Anyone have any thoughts on next steps here? I probably have the lightest touch on you, surprisingly, of the 3 of us.
Let's step on them all.
Okay.
What does that say?
What's the pirate's code?
Yeah, that's a good question. The pirate's code. Let me see. Let me pull out my. You want to make like a history check or something?
Sure.
Okay. Let me see if I have the
19.
pirate's code in my pirate books.
19.
Yes, of course. I read it often. And pulls it open. Do we gain any insight into this puzzle by knowing what the pirate's code is?
Well, I'll tell you 2 things. One, the symbols on the floor are different symbols. You see a compass, you see marks of what looks like the sea, you see an anchor. You also see coins, like golden coins, like, pieces of 8, right? So little treasure coins, and a skull. So you see that on each of the 3 by 6, every individual stone has a symbol. Closest to you, it's so if you look at the first set of 3, if you're standing in front of this hallway, the first set of 3 stones in front of you, to your left is a gold coin. To your middle is the symbol for the sea of waves, and on your right is a skull. And so you know that this puzzle is etched out with these symbols for, what I just described. You also know from history that traditionally pirates love the adventure and love sea. And the times that the pirate code has been violated have been over stuff like treasure and over stuff like killing one another. But the adventure and the going is the real essence of the code.
So I think he would read, a Macon would read out loud the inscription.
Okay.
Just as he's thinking through it, obviously. So everybody's on the same page. And,
Yeah. It is. We're gonna stay. Just so you know, for reference players, we're staying in the initiative order for earlier. So if you decide to do something, it will be Lemon's turn to decide to do something first.
Okay.
But yeah. So back to a Macon bookshelf. Is there anything else you wish to contribute before we kind of get into order?
Yeah. I mean, based on me analysis of the codes, we should stick to the sea. That's what I'll be doing. That'll be all he says. I could be wrong, and we might all die tragically. I don't know.
Well, they get a book out of it.
I think Lemon will say, "Oh, of course, that code I wrote. I didn't realize they held it in such high regard. If someone has a rope, I can step on them and you can pull me out if things go wrong."
Oh. I do have rope.
Okay.
You can
well,
use it
you
on
could
your
tie it around my waist and then yank me out if things start going south. In case there's traps.
That's a good plan.
Because I'm little and he's a burly man, I figure he could probably pull me out of there pretty easily.
We could just bypass the whole thing. You could just throw them all the way across.
We could try.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't think he's
So,
got
yeah.
if mass
So
to get all
If
the
you guys
way.
are cool with it, that we can start enacting that plan.
cool. Orthos, you got rope.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got rope. I got hempen rope.
All right. You use hempen rope around Lemon. You securely fasten it around him. Double check the knot. You feel confident. You've sailed a lot, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Not
good tight knot.
knows.
and it is still Lemon's turn for acting. So I'll say for movement, if you want to start stepping on the stones, one will do it kind of movement points based. So you can use one movement point for your movement to step on a stone, and you can have one action you can either use as an action or as another movement point. Let's do that for my simplicity.
Okay. So we're taking the sea first, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hop onto the tile that has the symbol of the sea on it.
You're nervous, but you take that first step onto what you think to be the right answer. And the stone that you step on holds.
Hey,
So, and now, in front of you,
Alright, what did I tell ya?
in front of you, Lemon, the next one, you're in the middle of the three. So you took the middle of the three options. Now you have a new set of options at the next series of steps, which to your left is a compass. To the middle is golden coins. To the right is a skull.
yeah, I'll relay that.
Okay.
Can you say the riddle again?
Yeah, you remember the riddle to be: take the treasure, follow the pirate's code, honor the sea, not greed. The players look so tired.
So-
We-
And then
we
it was
just-
coins, skull, and compass, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I would assume
You thinking compass, boys?
I'm thinking compass.
Yeah.
I'll yank you back.
I'll use my action to go to the compass.
All right, you go to the compass. You jump towards that next step, confident in your stride. Your feet hit the stone step, and they hold. Nothing happens. All right. I will say. Yeah, I'll say kind of what I said earlier, Orthos, that you can use an action as a movement point and your regular movement point. So, if you just want to follow the pattern, you know what I mean. Like you've got that as your option. So we are now in your turn. Lemon is hanging out on the. He is in the second row deep of 6 rows.
And how big are these stones? Can 2 people fit on one? Or are they pretty much one person per stone?
Yeah, they're enough for all 3 of you really to be on one.
Okay. I guess, I mean, there's no point doing anything different. Because if I go down a hole or something like that, he's not going to snatch me back. So
Yeah, certainly not.
Cool.
So I guess I'll use both my movement and my action to follow in his path.
Okay. A Macon bookshelf. What do you do? Do you follow suit?
Continue following.
Okay. You follow suit.
Holding up the rear.
Cool. So you guys are all now on the compass square. 2 deep into the roll of 6. Lemon, it is your turn. In front of you, you've got 3 choices.
Nothing up here.
You are on the far left side of these 3. So remember, you have always got 3 options because it's a 3x6. So on the square directly in front of you is an anchor. To the one to your right, your immediate right, is a coin. To your far right is a coin.
I think I got the hang of this. And I'm going to jump on the anchor.
Okay. You jump on the anchor, and it holds. Nothing happens.
Feeling confident.
Now you have another choice. In front of you is gold coins. You're still on the left-hand side of the 3 options. To the right is a compass. To the far right is a coin.
Compass.
And I'll say, I'm solving this all by myself.
Yeah.
And I'll jump to the compass.
Okay. You're now 4 deep into the rows of 6. And you, in your turn, Orthos and Macon, are you pretty much going to follow suit? Because I'll just keep the tracker up.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all follow suit. We're back to Lemon, top of the order. Lemon, in front of you, you have a skull. You're now in the center of the 3x6. So you have, standing on a compass symbol, in front of you, you've got a skull. To your left, you've got a gold coin. To your right of you, you've got waves.
I'll head towards the waves.
You jump. Your feet lightly touch the stone. And they hold. Nothing happens.
I am a lightfoot halfling.
That's right.
If we got the hang of this.
You are on your you're 5 deep into 6, and you've got one more option. You are now all the way on the right side of the set of 3. In front of you, you've got a wave symbol. To the left, you've got a skull, and to the far left, you've got a gold coin.
Oh, what symbol? Sorry, it cut out right then.
In front of you, you've got a wave symbol. To the left of you, a skull. To the far left of you, a coin.
I'll do wave again.
Okay, you do it.
I'm waving.
Everybody else follows suit. And you are now
Yep.
out of the hallway, through the threshold, into the next chamber. You go into another chamber.
Can I throw a rock on one of the other ones?
Sure.
Just see what happens.
Sure. Just pick one. Just give me a symbol.
Okay, throw it on a skull.
You throw it on a skull. A poison dart shoots out at that
Right at
skull and pegs into the wall from an unnoticed location earlier.
Might have been a problem for you two.
That's right. Okay, so you've got this next chamber. So you enter another doorway, and on the top of the doorway is nothing. Doesn't describe this at all. But past the doorway, it's just kind of a nondescript open chamber. But unique about this chamber is that on each, there's there is a row on the right side of this cave chamber of 5 statues. And they each have they're each different statues of items. No, hang on.
That's where my TV remote went. Eh.
Yeah. So there's 5 statues of pirates, and they're all holding different items and have different items on them. And above them seems to be etchings of different sayings. The one that's closest to you is a pirate with a cutlass sword. He's got